I'm doing the same interview with him that I did with you.
What's he saying?
Cut the Western shit, Rekkles.
Yeah, because I was just sad here when I did mine. So what are you? Are you sad as well?
Yeah, of course. We're 0-2. We're fucking.
We're 0-2 as well.
Well, I'm here in Berlin for MSI 2018 with coverage presented by me and you. And I'm joined by him to talk about this, MSI 2018. Doublelift, unfortunately, just had a pretty rough day of games with Team Liquid, going 0-2 and just a moment ago losing to a, well, I don't think you can call them wildcard teams anymore, but what's going on, Peter?
We are just playing like shit. I don't really know why, because we've been practicing. People always go back to practice, but it is something to take into consideration, like how well you've been playing in practice. I've been feeling pretty good. I don't want to say today was a fluke, but we definitely played way below our level. We didn't play how we normally did. I think part of it is just when you make one mistake, nerves start to get to you, and I think it just kind of compounds a lot where you start playing a little bit. Your play just starts slipping and devolving as the game goes on because you are feeling the pressure and stress of this huge event. And that sounds like an excuse, which it is not. It's just a reason why I think in my opinion, why we've been playing kind of poor, really poor. But actually, for me personally, I feel pretty good. I feel like I played really well today. I'm proud of some of the calls that I made, and I'm trying to keep it positive because usually when NA teams go to international events and they get smashed, it just spirals into oblivion real fast. Good example would be like Immortals going. I believe they were 2-1 in the first week. It was like the NA thing at Worlds, and then like every NA team just devolved and like shit the bed on the second week. So this is a 5-day tournament. There's not that week turnaround, and I think it's important to keep like that good mental. It's a mental game alongside like just the actual game that you're playing.
So recover tomorrow and try to get back in.
Yeah, we just need to find our way of playing on stage. I don't know what's going on. We're usually really aggressive and proactive, and today I feel like we're just really getting run over a lot. And I think the nerves are getting some of our players. I think we were just playing overall really horrible.
Yeah. For the rest of the teams that are here, are you intimidated by any of them? Like, is Kingzone as untouchable as everyone seems to think they are? I mean, it seemed like you were kind of holding your own in the beginning of that game.
Yeah, no, I don't think that playing against Kingzone after that, I don't think it was really that hard. Obviously we lost, so it's kind of like sort of loser mentality to be like, yeah, we could have won. But I actually think there's not a huge difference between our teams, and I think that's kind of illustrated by how the even game was holding pretty. The early game was holding pretty even. We got counterpicked by Soraka, which is a very Asian thing right now. It seems like Flash Wolves and Kingzone both played Soraka. So it's a very strong laner, and we were holding even for a long time until the enemy team just dove bottom, so we had to give turret. But I feel really confident that it's not going to be like the laning difference that makes a big difference between us and Kingzone. And as far as macro goes, we just had absolutely zero macro today. We were just really going to work on that. It's not really the early game that's screwing us over.
What do you think of that Ezreal in that first game? Because it felt like it was kind of this unstoppable force.
I think Ezreal was a really, really strong pick against our draft because Graves has no CC or ability to like pressure Ezreal, and neither does Tahm Kench. But I think we're just really not used to playing with no engage. And today really illustrated that like when we play the split push game, sometimes we make a lot more mistakes than usual. So today we drafted 2 split push comps, and I think we really failed to execute on that. So that's why I say our macro was just really awful. And Ezreal is obviously one of the best poking champions in the game. So when you get grouped up, he's going to have priority. But yeah, I think we will just keep in mind what happened today and maybe change our priority accordingly.
What was going on with the Jhin build that game? I was actually talking to Tony, and he was like, just a couple days ago I asked Peter if he ever buys tier 2 boots before BF, And he said, I never do that. But then you got Swifties that game, and he was like, what the heck? And then I think he went rapid fire after. I'm just kind of curious, what. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just curious. Tony is Zixlal. He's the coach
Why were
for
we talking to
CLG.
him?
Well, he and I were good friends.
Okay.
Do you not know this?
Just randomly talking during MSI.
Yeah. He's to be honest, he's hosting a Discord of like NA coaches and analysts and players and stuff who are all able to like discuss. And I snuck in there. I'm not none of those things. I'm an imposter, but I use memes and emotes because somebody gifted me a sub on your channel. I can just use your emotes. So I just spam the channel with your emotes when you're playing, and then they have real conversations.
Nice. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Why did I buy tier 2 boots that game? It's my job to survive the. It's my job to dodge Ezreal Qs for one, and also to survive Alistair, Ornn, and Zach. Also, Ornn has a guaranteed slow, so today we played against a lot of guaranteed slows actually, as well also has a slow with his Iceborne. So Swiftness boots is really strong. I think early game it is something I can do to survive hard matchups, and yeah, I didn't feel like my build was really an issue at all.
Yeah. He wasn't criticizing it. He was more like, I just asked him the other day if he buys tier 2, and then he buys tier 2.
It's interesting. When you go to international tournaments, you learn a lot about the different metas. I'm not going to say who I got that from, but just laning against the top bot lanes, sometimes I get away with things in NA that I can't do against a good bot lane. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Anything else that you can comment on? How's Team Liquid dealing with Europe? And you've been here for a little bit.
Well, I can't really complain. I think overall, if we don't manage to make it out of groups, it's completely on us. So coming to Europe and all of our practice combinations and stuff, all that just goes to the wayside in favor of results. So hopefully we can keep a positive attitude. I don't want us to be too crushed because going 0-2 is super demoralizing. But yeah, I think we are a really strong team. We didn't show it today, and we hopefully can show it in the future. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll just go like 0-10.
Yeah. I would prefer if you make it out of groups because my birthday's next week.
All right. Well, we'll do it for your birthday then.
Okay.
Jake's birthday was a couple days ago, so we're trying to do it for him too.
Okay. But because if you don't make it out of groups, then you can't be in Paris, and then you wouldn't be able to celebrate a birthday together.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I'll try.
I'm doing the same interview with him that I did with you.
What's he saying?
Cut the Western shit, Rekkles.
Yeah, because I was just sad here when I did mine. So are you sad as well?
Yeah, of course we'll 0-2. We're fucking
0-2 as well.
Yeah, but try to stay positive. I remember what you said before, that it's a mental game. It's a long tournament, so yeah, stay positive.
You just have to pretend that you're 2-0.
Yeah.
Like all the time. I'm 2-0 right now, so I'm gonna go home and enjoy it.
Yeah.
It was great. Before MSI, everybody's like, the two Western ADCs are going to go head-to-head. How's it going to go? And at the end of the first day, I'm just talking to both of you guys, and you're like, 0-2, don't know why. This is anti-hype, I think.
Gin. It's a gin, right?
It's the gin.
But you actually played super good, so I don't know.
Thank you. You're I don't know, like you're playing really well too. But that matchup though, it's fucking impossible.
Yeah.
It's the first game.
Yeah, we realized.
The first game, right?
Yeah. Wait, the Tom versus Braun?
Kai'Sa versus Kog'Maw. It's fucking impossible.
So yesterday, I shouldn't maybe say it. I will say it anyways. But yesterday we screamed and they play Kog. And then I had the same treatment.
Yeah.
And then I played today. And when they locked it, I told my coach that this might be really bad for me, but I'm not really sure because I only played once.
Yeah.
And then we played it and I was 50 CS down, so.
I've also played that matchup, and let me tell you, I'm not going to say who's scrim, but I played that matchup, and at the end of it, I was like, I don't know if I played that bad or if this matchup is just really, really impossible. Like, there's nothing you can do. You're just under tower the whole game.
I think you need ganks. No?
Yeah,
you need someone else to do
Kai'Sa
something.
has no CC.
No, but someone else has to set it up for you and just ult in and then you kill him.
Yeah, but they had Tom Kench, so good luck.
Yeah, same problem.
You're getting on a bus, right? I don't mean to interrupt you. Okay, well, I mean, you could hang out if you want. I don't know. Yeah, how are you looking forward to facing Peter?
Well, we have Kingston first, and you guys have Flash Wolves first, so it might be 0-3 versus 0-3. So I guess it's the battle of the worst players.
We have Flash Wolves?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, you don't?
that's free.
Same.
They looked pretty good a second ago.
We're gonna shit on them.
Okay.
We're already 2-0.
Okay.
Who's gonna stop us?
And you guys in Kingzone, are you as confident against Kingzone as he against Flash Wolves?
No, not really. But I would like to play against Liquid, because in scrims it was kind of 50-50, even though you guys were probably better than us in the end. I thought those games were winnable, so maybe we can can get a win tomorrow. I mean, everyone's probably hyped anyways for EU versus NA, right? Even though both of us suck today, so.
People are hyped for Doublelift versus Rekkles and Rekkles versus Doublelift. That's the hype. Everybody's like, who's the better Western ADC?
Yeah, but in the end, it's all gonna be about sports, so. Yeah. Unlucky.
I guess we both suck. We're in the minor leagues. We're just amateurs.
Yeah. It's like the sidekicks are going head to head against the superhero battle.
But
I
it's
don't know.
actually about the sports, though, right? I mean, like for example, today I played Morgana versus Soraka and Braum versus Tahm Kench, and I just felt like my life sucked, you know.
Yeah. No, playing against Soraka in lane was really nice. You walk up for a CS, take 200 damage every single time.
Yeah.
It's the
And you even
worst.
started Blade. I started Boots at least, so I had a couple of potions.
All right, I'm getting yelled at by Riot PR. They're like, wrap this crap up. No, it's fine. It's fine. It was good. You can interrupt anytime you want. See ya. Thank you. All right. Anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Just we're really sorry. We feel it. We feel how shit this is. But in the end, like it's very binary. We either make it out of groups or we don't. And I think to base everything off the first day is a big mistake. So hopefully, we'll do our best to turn it around. It's been a rough day, but we can still make it out and we can still be the strongest team.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for the interview, Peter. Best of luck as the rest of the tournament goes on because my birthday's next week. You can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. I think last we spoke on the topic, I said that Doublelift charged me about 20 grand per interview. Unfortunately for MSI, that number's up to 30 grand. He says that there's a fee associated with international events, and due to taxes and import laws and tariffs, that he's going to charge me a 50% upcharge for the. I also don't have a sponsor for this event, so anyway, my whole point is if you could help me, you can really just do that by travisgafford.com/support. It's a page where you can support me, and also patreon.com/travisgafford. Thanks so much.